After 121 years of waiting, Palace are also into their first ever European final, beating Shakhtar Donetsk 2-1 at Selhurst Park last night, 5-2 over both legs. And after the whistle, Palace striker Jean-Philippe Mateta caught up with our very own Ian the Moose Abrahams. And while the celebrations were in full swing, he said it'll be a tough test against the Spanish side in the final. We don't know if Moose got the cuddle from JP Mateta that Olivia Bazagla got, so we'll find out.
I think it's about strange times at Palace.
Why?
Well, the manager's announced he's leaving.
Ages ago, though. Ages ago.
And the league form slipped a little bit. They've slid down the league since he's announced it, but they've still carried on winning in Europe, cruising. They've got some good players. They've lost some of their best players. So, great for the fans, though.
Oh,
and by the way, they are probably the best fans.
Palace fans.
The noisiest fans when you go away from home.
No.
They take over the stadium.
They're not.
Well, for considering pro rata, how many of them are there? I know you're going to say Celtic.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but there's miles more of them. But Palace, they don't give you an easy ride at Selhurst Park.
I do like when the goal gets scored and Glad All Over comes on.
Yeah, that's good.
Have a good time. Yeah.
And they sing all the way through the game.
Absolutely. Let's hear now from one of their singers, content creator and Palace fan, Ollie Thomas, is with us this morning. A very good morning to you, Ollie. How are you?
Morning, Ollie.
Morning. I'm good. I'm a bit tired, as you can imagine, but I'm good. And thanks, Dean. You're right. We are the best fans in the world.
It's debatable, Ollie. I'm joking. I have a soft spot for Palace. My sister plays for Palace. They just got promoted, and fair play to them. Your manager, the fact that he is leaving and he might win a third trophy before he goes is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's obviously sad that he's going, but I think it could have turned a bit sour and did turn a bit sour at the start of the calendar year. And fair play to Steve Parish, who held his own and didn't sack him. And it's now kind of become a nice send-off. And I think everyone wants to win it for Glasner as well, rather than it being like a bitter goodbye, I suppose. I think we've channeled that departure really well. And yeah, I'm feeling confident. It's weird watching a Palace team that just repeatedly turns up in big games. Like, I'm just not used to it. Every single big game we've basically ever had under Glasner, we've turned up, played really well. So hopefully we can do it one more time.
Why do you think he's leaving the club? I'm trying to work it out myself. Because he must realise that
wasn't guaranteed. They got rid of the best players and they didn't replace them. And he'd won trophies, and they still hadn't got that right. Would that be it, Ollie? Would you think he was frustrated with how the club has been run?
Yeah, I think so. He basically did exactly the same thing when he was at Wolfsburg and Frankfurt. Like, the timelines are very similar in terms of he comes to a club, starts really well, does really well, and then falls out with the board. And he's been obviously very open about the fact that he didn't think we should have sold Eze, didn't think we should have sold Gahey, or at least when we sold them. But I said at the time, like, when you become Palace manager, what do you expect? Like, this is unfortunately what you have to put up with when you support Palace. But if we get a good offer for a player, we're going to have to accept it. There's a small part of me that hopes he changes his mind at the end of the season. I don't think he will. But I guess also, from his perspective, it's a good time to leave in terms of there are so many clubs who are going to be after a manager this summer that maybe he thinks he can get a better job than Palace. But I'm really interested to see where he ends up, because I'm not sure he'll go to United. I'm not sure Chelsea's for him. And then I think Dortmund have already confirmed a new manager. I doubt Bayern are going to be after him. So I'm fascinated to see where he ends up. I hope for his sake it's somewhere good, because it'd be a shame if he left and then just ended up somewhere that's like a sideways step from Palace.
So where's the final, by the way?
Leipzig.
Oh, in Leipzig. So you're obviously going.
I am indeed.
So have they creased you with the plane prices and the hotel prices? Have they already stuck the tickets prices up and everything?
So I've already booked a hotel. I booked it in August, so I'm glad that I'll be getting to use that. You can't actually fly direct to Leipzig from London, which is mad. So people are kind of doing different routes. We haven't worked out what we're going to do yet. I think we actually might drive, because it's only 12 hours from like Southeast England, which is where my family are based. But yeah, we'll work it out. It's normally a flight to Munich or a Frankfurt or even Prague, and then a 3 or 4 hour train. So it's a bit of a journey, but it's obviously 100% worth it.
No. Well, listen, it's brilliant news for you, Ollie. You've been with us across the season, so I'm happy for you. Happy for the Palace fans as well, and good luck for the final.
Thank you very much. Fingers crossed.
Ollie Thomas, well done. Palace content creator and a fan as well. Don't forget, it's going to be live on talkSPORT.
I played for Brighton.
Yeah.
I think I should have said that about the Palace fans being good.
You'll live.
I should have held back.
Yeah.
I've said it now.
Sat on the fence a little bit more.
It.
It's out there now. We'll clip it and we'll hold it against you for the rest of your life. 03717 2233 44 is the number. We've got Chopper, the Palace fan, with us now. Aherne, also known as Chopper. Why Chopper?
Morning, Chopper.
Morning, how are we, all right?
Yeah,
Good.
great. How are you?
I'm buzzing.
Bet you are. Were you at the game last night?
Unfortunately not, I'm working, but on the training, I manage a football team, so I was working on the boys for the Saturday game, so no, I couldn't go.
Okay, fair play. You going to get to the final?
But, yeah, definitely going there, 100%. My reason for my call is I'd just like to be the waiter that serves Marinakis his just desserts for trying to get us thrown out for getting us thrown out the Europa League. So I would like to be the waiter for his comfy chair when he watches us play in a final while he's sitting indoors watching EastEnders or Coronation Street.
A little bit of karma is what it sounds like there.
I'd forgot about that. Yeah.
Best served cold, eh?
I love that always has to get mentioned this morning. Instead of just celebrating, you go back to the guy who tried to do you over.
I think you should just celebrate, right? Get the game in your head. Think about how you're going to get there. Enjoy the day, and then think about how you can keep hold of your best players and who's going to be your manager next year.
And then hopefully, as always, South London is ours.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
I will say Palace is becoming a very attractive team. Okay, big players have left Palace and gone on to flourish elsewhere, but Palace is becoming a place that you would think a lot of players would like to go to. But then again, maybe that's the Glasner effect as well. But if they win the Conference League and Villa look like they could win the Europa League and Arsenal are winning the Champions League, then it's an incredible season. Listen, good luck to you, Chopper. Have a good day, okay? Good luck to the boys.
Well done, Chopper.
Bye. See you, mate. Bye.
Bye.
If you're trying to persuade a player who's better than, no disrespect to Palace, who's a better player than playing for Palace, that you won't stand in his way if he does well, and there's evidence there, and the owner says to you, if you do well, we won't stand in your way, you can move on, so come and do well for us. It is attractive to players who can't get into, say you can't sign for one of the top 6 teams, but you're good enough to play for them eventually. Palace is a stepping stone. I wouldn't like to say that's not disrespectful, is it? It's a stepping stone to the top. But
they're also winning. They're winning. I mean, the fact that they've nearly won 3 trophies in a season is absolutely incredible. Going all those years without winning anything is brilliant. Great times for Palace fans. You can come and join us this morning.